I'm back. I hope I don't have any interruptions this time. Last night, I don't know what was going on YouTube. Wait for everybody to get in. Last night, I don't know what was going on. Wait for everybody to get in. My boy Alex checking in once again. What's going on, man? How's your day? My boy Alex checking in once again. What's going on, man? How's your day? I feel you on that, man. I really just got in the house, like literally, probably like shit, 30, 15, 15 to 30 minutes ago. 15 to 30 minutes ago. I think I'm gonna stream Sonic today. Um, Actually, when I did my review back in the day with Sonic, at that time I didn't actually like beat the whole game live like that because I didn't have a DVD recorder at that time. So I think what I did was just set the camera in front of the TV and just tried it that way. But I'm gonna try to beat it live today though. At least the first one. I want to go through the first one today. At least the first one. I want to go through the first one today and tell more stories and shit. Stories. You said the VCR. Oh yeah. Actually, I got a VCR sitting right here. It's plugged in and everything. VCR. Oh yeah. Actually, I got a VCR sitting right here. It's plugged in and everything.
Sega.
What's going on? YouTube is not receiving enough to maintain smooth streaming. I adjust everything in here. Oh, give me a second, Alex. I gotta run to the kitchen real quick. Oh, if it's fine on your end, then cool. That's what it's telling me on my end. I don't know what the hell everybody else is seeing, but I know every time I look at it and and it's kind of buffering. I don't know if it's buffering on you guys' end or what, but if you saying it's fine, then I'm not even gonna worry about it too much. So how's school been, Alex? Have they been really working, y'all? I couldn't imagine going to school now during COVID. What class is that? Oh, you mean like the English composition classes? I think it was like 1101 and 1102 and all that. Composition classes? I think it was like 1101 and 1102 and all that. Yeah, I hated those classes too, man. Actually, let me give you a story about that. That's funny you brought that up. Give me a minute. Let me give you a story about that. That's funny you brought that up. Good old ginger ale. Yeah, but let me tell you about the story with that. Shit, when I first had gotten to college, like I had mentioned to y'all before, I failed miserably, or if you could consider failing, on that damn SAT and ACT. I did really bad on that shit. And well, like I said, I had graduated high school with like a 3.3 GPA or some shit like that. So when I got into school, like in order for you to have taken like the regular composition classes, you had to have basically had a certain score with English and math on the ACT. And because I scored so low, we had to take this thing in Georgia called the Compass test. It was like an acronym, Compass. I don't know what the fuck it stood for, but basically I had to take that shit. And that class basically put you in like a remedial college class, basically, which was like I took a class. It was called English 97 and English 99. And you had to pass both English 97 and 99, and you had to pass the Compass test in order to even take English 1101. So for my first 2 years in college, I didn't even take the regular composition classes. I had to take the damn remedial classes. Mind you, they were for writing and language arts. Like the same shit y'all see all these reviews and all this shit. The same stuff that I be doing, dude. I had to take remedial classes for that stuff because of that test. And as a matter of fact, when I got fired, did I ever tell y'all that story when I got fired from McDonald's? I think I told y'all, but I ain't never told y'all like the whole complete story of that shit. But I remember the same weekend that I got fired from McDonald's, I had to take that Compass test, and I was so goddamn nervous that I was gonna fail that shit. Cause see, I had to drive like 40 miles to a different campus to take that test, and then go back to my regular school, which was in Statesboro. So I remember me and Jimmy had to take it that same weekend, cause he was in my class. And I remember it was embarrassing as hell if I had failed that thing and had to come all the way back 40 miles back knowing that I failed that test and I had to retake English 99 and shit like that. But I had to go through so much shit just to even get in the regular college algebra and what was that, English 1102 and 1101. I had to go through a lot of shit just to even get in those classes. But believe it or not, those classes were like super easy once I took them. It had me thinking like, damn, like if college is this fucking hard where you gotta pass a test like this, then I might not be ready for this shit. It ended up taking the classes. This shit was easy as hell. So really, it's just going to show you that standardized tests and all that stuff is just set up for benchmark scores and for people to get funding for their schools and whatever low educational programs they have. I never was a good test taker because it's like a lot of the tests that they would design for you, they was like, this designed for a student or a fucking robot. You know, you ain't never know the difference. But believe it or not, Alex, as funny as this may sound, with a lot of the people that I graduated college with, I actually have more money than probably damn near all of them. It's about the shit that I do. Like I said, because of the stuff you see me do with the selling to your independents, the cleaning businesses, the handyman stuff, you know, like y'all said, y'all see me doing the film stuff, the Scorpio&Sebek stuff. I probably make more money than mostly everybody I know that I graduated with, because like I said, for the ones I know that's out here working regular jobs and then going to the white boys system, you know, trying to work into a career and all that bullshit, a lot of them really not really even doing that well. It's like a lot of this shit they doing, they could have did directly out of high school. They didn't even have to go through all those years of school. But it just go to show you in the end, really none of that shit is gonna matter that you learn in school, because once you get outside into reality, I mean, everything is gonna be pretty much built on whatever you could do for somebody. It's not even gonna have nothing to do with what you learned. It's gonna be honestly based on whatever you could do for somebody at that moment. That's why I really do feel like college is just a big illusion. But it's a good experience, though. I will say that. Yeah, I would definitely say like I had a lot of fun. To be honest, I've been thinking about I've been thinking about recently these last 3 days. I wouldn't mind moving back to the little town that I went to school at because it was so cheap, like I had mentioned to y'all before. And then I know I would be around a lot more artists and a lot more people that's doing the same shit I'm doing. Because like I said, once you get outside of college, that's it. You ain't gonna be around no educated people. You're gonna be around a bunch of people that's pretty much drawn out, played out, you know, they're gonna be pretty much zombies to you. They lives are pretty much gonna be drained out from them just trying to, you know, keep up with this corporate society, or they're not gonna really know what the hell to do out here. They either gonna be too scared to try to challenge this thing, or they're not gonna know what to do. And you just gonna see that from damn near everybody that's around you. So I'll never forget when I was in high school, it was this girl that was in my she was like in the senior organization group, and I remember she was in my biology class, and I remember she was like one of the only seniors in there, just like I was. So it seemed like I got along with her really well, just particularly for that reason. But I'll never forget when she told me she was gonna go to college at this place called Milledgeville, that's here in Georgia. And you can ask Dane, whenever Dane gets in the chat, you can ask him about Milledgeville. Milledgeville is like one of these little small little hick towns too. But I remember she was going to college down there, and I remember we were in high school at this time, so this was in like 2009. This is my last year of high school. And I remember she said that yeah, like after I graduate from college, I might even live in that town. And I thought, what? I just thought she was crazy for thinking that shit. But she knew, because she knew at the end of the day, if I come back up here, you know, to where I'm from, it ain't gonna be nobody around here doing the same shit I'm doing. So you might as well stay where you are and try to expand on that, because it ain't nothing to come back to if you're going back to your hometown. She said that yeah, after I graduated from college, I might even live in this town. I just thought she was crazy for thinking shit. But she knew, because she knew at the end of the day, if I come here, you know, to where I'm from, it ain't gonna be nobody around here doing the same shit I'm doing. So what's the you want to expand on that, because it ain't nothing to come back to. Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that college stuff. Like I said, the only thing that sucked about it was just not having the opportunity to really earn income like that. That was really it. Like I said, had I been doing the stuff I'm doing right now, when I was in my early 20s, like I said, in college and stuff, I had to stay down there all those years, I'm not gonna lie, bro, I'd probably be damn near a millionaire right now. Just because of the quality of living I would have had would have been cheaper. I would have been around a lot more progressive people, and I probably would have been able to get a lot more stuff done because of the fact that I was an alumni down there, and you know, I was already a resident, so I could have just used that face card to build on businesses down there. Like I said, I'm still thinking about going back to that little town to get some cleaning contracts. I'm telling you, Alex, that cleaning business, I'd have made a lot of money with that stuff, man. I made a lot of money with that shit, and you'd be amazed to sit here and think like people be wanting to be business owners and all that stuff, but you can start a business doing the simplest thing and make loads and loads of money. In fact, you'll make more money than all the people that you in your class with right now. You'll make more money than them doing the simplest thing. But people don't want to do this stuff. As a matter of fact, somebody might be calling me at 3 o'clock today because I'm trying to talk to this lady about some more little cleaning work. But like I said, I'm about to run it on autopilot, so I'm gonna have more videos where, remember when I had showed y'all last summer when I got those apartments and I had that older black guy in there cleaning the apartments? I'm about to have more videos showing that, because like I said, I made y'all saw how much I made. I made $420 cleaning just a couple of units. I paid him out maybe about $50 in labor, and I had to pay another guy about maybe $60 to go and do like a retouch up for some of them units. But I made decent money doing that. But like I said, now I'm ready to get to the point where I can make money without me having to lift a finger, because that's the difference between being a business owner and then just being a damn contractor. If you're a contractor, you just a motherfucker that's just running around doing all the work. But if you're a business owner, you appoint people to do that stuff and get the work for them. And see, that's what a lot of people ain't never, you know, screwed me on that type of shit. But luckily for me, I always been a person that knew how to do the administrative stuff anyway. So, but that's important. That college experience you got, man, I'm telling you, it's very important having that, because you're going to be a lot smarter than everybody that's going to be around you whenever you go back to your hometown. And you really could be using these folks for labor, just to keep it all the way real. Some of them, some of them you can use, some of them you can't. But the ones you can use, you just mold them to be the way you need them to be and run your business. But don't hire friends though. One thing I learned about business: don't hire no friends. Hire people that already do what you do, and just try to build it and gain a trust with them. But don't hire your friends unless your friends is on the same shit you on. I wouldn't hire them. I wouldn't hire them. Just want them to be the way you need to be to run your business. But don't hire no friends. Hire people that already do what you do, and just try to build it and gain a trust. But friends, unless your friends on the same shit you on, I wouldn't hire them. Yeah, man, I've made a lot of money. Like I said. You tell me your what state do you live in? You said your mom's rent was $800. That's fucking amazing. What state is that? Shit, I mean, you got shit like that here in Georgia, but the areas that you'll get a rent like that, it ain't no good area. You tell me your what state do you live in? You said your mom's rent was $800. That's fucking amazing. What state is it? You got shit like that here in Georgia. Wow, that's interesting. You said New York, cause this little cleaning job that I'm working with right now, it's this guy that he just came down here from Albany, New York, and he was just telling me like pretty much how it is up there, and how different it is from down here in the South in Georgia, and he's essentially down here trying to build like a cleaning business because he thought the company that we're working with right now, he thought he was going to become a vendor with them, and and actually get the 30-day subcontract stuff where he'll basically be the boss and go and show up, clean, leave, and get his 30-day payment and go home. He didn't know they was gonna come down here and make him an employee. But I told him, I mean, honestly, if you know how to talk to the right person, you can get those commercial cleaning contracts anywhere. That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to just probably get like I know a couple of people up here, and every time I got in a position where I could have got one, I didn't have people to help me do it. And plus, you gotta have money to start that stuff. You gotta pay insurance and pay for the damn business license. Well, see, I know how to do it without a business license, but pay that damn insurance, and then you gotta pay you gotta pay people to do that stuff, and you gotta have money in your account before you start doing it. It seemed like every time I had a commercial contract, I never had the money like that, but now it's really what I'm about to get. Yeah, that's awesome. You said the apartment is near downtown and it's $800? That's crazy. That's good, man. Yeah, the shit I'm living in, man, like I said, I'm paying these folks like $1,100 just for the rent and the water and all that stuff combined. And then the apartments are built in the 70s, so it's already old. But like I said, because of the fact you in Atlanta and you around stuff that's $90,000 median income, you basically are paying for that. That's how real estate essentially works. You'll never just pay for like the spot you're in. You pay for like the area. Maybe the apartments are built in the 70s, so it's already old. But like I said, because of the fact you in Atlanta and you around stuff that's $90,000 median income, you basically paying for that. That's how real estate essentially works. You'll never just pay for like the stock. I think I'm about to get started though. Yeah, water, electric, all that included. That's what's up, man. When I was in college, that's how we had it too. We had it where basically like the colleges had, the colleges and the apartment complexes around there had some type of business agreement where they, I don't know, discounted the rent or made it feasible for all the students to live there or something. And I remember I was paying that. My rent water, electric. We did. It wasn't gas hooked up. Cable. We had cable, even though it was a basic cable, and then we had internet, but the internet wasn't all that. And then I don't remember. I don't remember if I could have even used the Ethernet cable because I don't even remember if we had a router in our unit. But I remember we had all that stuff included. The rent was like $400. It was cheap. Even though I had 3 other roommates, but shit, like I said, I wish I was paying that now. Like I said, right now, I wouldn't give a shit if I had 2 or 3 other roommates and that's all I had to pay, but I had all that shit. Like I said, I'll be damn near a millionaire. That shit sucked in college though. Do you have to work in college? It's having to work and go to school, man. That was one of the hardest things I ever had to do. That working shit was hard. Cause like I said, I remember it really made you question why you was in school because like I said, you really gotta you really are playing with yourself at the end of the day, going on this idea of thinking that what you're doing is actually gonna benefit you in the end, and you getting in all this debt with these people. And that was hard for me. I had to deal with that for 6 years, knowing that I was gonna have to come out and deal with this McDonald's and this mundane ass shit out here. But I was tricking myself off the streets to thinking that it was gonna be so. I really had to trick my own mind to really get that damn degree, to be honest. Shit, that shit didn't, I knew I had to get out here and do this shit on my own. Yeah, I didn't work like that in school either. Shit, like I said, I did that job at McDonald's for my first 2 years, and then I got fired. And I know I told y'all the story about that shit when I got fired from there. That shit was funny as hell too when I got fired from there, man. But like I said, you gonna go through that in these little jobs out here, man. Seriously, like none of this stuff is like forever. It's just all designed, just to make you some money temporarily until you get invested in your own thing and get that to profit for you. That shit was funny though, man. But like I said, oh man, I never told this story. Oh shit. Oh man, let me tell that story. Okay, let me just go back in history. Like I said, man, it's kind of hard for me to really yeah, I'm probably gonna have to pause this a little bit while I tell this. It's kind of hard for me to really see how a lot of people younger than me move because, like I said, I never had this sense and mentality of thinking I wasn't gonna have to work out here. I always had wanted to work a job. I remember, like I said, when I was young, being able to take care of yourself, provide for yourself, and be able to not have to ask nobody for shit, that was like a sense of pride that you walked out here with. Now it seems like if you walk out here with that shit, you looked at basically you causing harm on people by just doing it and living like that. But like I said, I don't know how a lot of people younger than me think now, but that's how I was raised, to where I always wanted to do for myself. So I went and got my ass. When I first got to Statesboro, I went and tried everywhere to get a job. I went to fucking Chick-fil-A. I don't know if y'all have it up north, but we got this shit down here called Bojangles. It's like this fucking fake ass KFC. I remember I went there. I went everywhere just looking for a job. And I just told myself, you know what? If it get too bad, because at this time I was 16 years old, and I had to buy a car. I said, because I'm I'd be damned if I'm about to get old, and I got to deal with my real adult situations, and I got to be sitting around asking motherfuckers for rides and shit when I know I got to get shit done for myself. So when I was 16 years old, I foresaw all that. So I was like, no, I got to do whatever I got to do to go on and get me a car. So what I did, I went and got a job at McDonald's down there, because my homeboy Jimmy, he was working there, And my friend Doug was working there. I remember me and him used to talk about video games and stuff. And by the grace of God and the fortunateness of them, they were able to get me a job because see, Statesboro was so dry with employment opportunities. Cause see, down here in the South, it's like really if you outside of the city limits, which is basically Atlanta, the only thing that's really for you is like warehouses and fucking chicken farms and shit like that. Like it ain't no employment opportunities outside of Atlanta and factories and shit. So I remember, like I said, I had that job at McDonald's. I was doing that shit. I did that shit, man, literally for like 3 months. I didn't spend not one check. But this was before I was smoking weed. This was before I was paying bills. This was before my habits started to really kick in. So I was able to save a lot more money, back then. Of course, I was living with my mom, so I took advantage of that. And I saved up. Like $2,000. And then I just went to this dealership and just told them, you know what, man, like let me go ahead and get this cash. That I didn't have enough money at the time, but my mom had pitched in like an extra like 300 or something. I had went and bought my car cash. Went back to McDonald's when I went to college, and like I said, when I'm back here working this time, I need this shit literally to pay my bills. So it was a different type of anxiety that I had in there, because it's like now I need this money for real. So when I used to work there, bro, like I was 18 at that time, so like I said, mentally I wasn't all the way developed there. So a lot of little shit that people used to do used to bother me. And like I said, I'm not sure if you probably know, but if you worked in like a fast food experience, like in the kitchen and stuff, it's this computer screen that's up there, and basically they'll have like a multitude of orders that come on there. You gotta make all the orders and stuff that's on the screen and pass it down. And I just remember like I said, you would be like short on the order. They'd be like, "Where's that Big Mac?" And I remember it was this gay manager I had named Rashad. And this nigga was like 10 years older than me. So, like I said, if I'm 18 years old and this dude's like 28, basically a little bit younger than probably how I am now, this nigga was like far more advanced mentally than me. So he used to be in there roasting us and making fun of us. And like I said, that shit used to make me mad. Because I couldn't control my emotions at that time a little bit. And this nigga would be doing all kind of shit, like, just fucking with us and stuff, like, And man, like I said, it just made the job miserable. Niggas was dealing with that. Like I said, it was busy as hell in there all the time. Like I'm talking about, dude, it would be like buses upon buses upon buses of people from like schools and shit, like coming in there, fucking like it would be so bad. Like when you in McDonald's, like you couldn't even hear the orders people were screaming out because there was so many people in the lobby. This was before COVID and all that shit. It was a lot of people that we used to have to service in that McDonald's, man, because it was only like 3 McDonald's in the whole town. And this white man we knew named Mr. Larry, he owned all 3 of them. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I couldn't never get a job down there after that, because that man owned all 3 of them. But, like I said, mind you, I was dealing with this shit from 2008. And then I moved from down there in 08 and back up here to Atlanta in 08. Graduated from high school in 09. And I moved back down there and went to college. And that's when I got my job back. So, I had been doing it for about maybe 5 months. And then I remember it was around the beginning of May 2010. Like I said, that same weekend, I had to take that damn compass test I was telling you about where I told you if I failed that shit, I had to take that damn remedial English class again. So I was nervous as hell about that because I had to take that shit that Monday, and I had to be in there dealing with all that bullshit from the them rushing us because it was a Saturday evening. And I'll never forget, I went in the lobby because in the lobby at that McDonald's, they had renovated it. So they had a TV in there, and I was in there watching it live in color. And then I had to clock in, and they had a new guy that had just started there. And the new guy was moving slow as fucking ass. Like, I mean, this dude was literally moving as slow as shit out of a sloth's ass. Like, this man was moving slow. And I had to go in there and literally pick up for him, get all these goddamn orders cleared off of the screen. And I remember it was a guy that was in there experienced like I was, but he was on the grill, but he was in there laughing and shit because he probably was in there high as fuck, because he was 2 years older than me. So he was in there high, probably laughing at me and shit because he thought that shit was funny. And then the next thing you know, man, they threw my ass on the table. I'm sitting there moving fast as hell doing that shit. And bro, I remember like I said, we had this one manager there, this older lady named Teresa. And she was just real, like, annoying. And I remember, like, whenever we were busy, she would always come back there at the most awkward moment and be like, y'all, like, we need this Big Mike. We need this big mic up front. All this lady up here complaining. All we need this big mic up front. And I'm sitting here thinking in the back of my head, man, like I got this fucking rent due. I got this compass test I gotta take. I'm sitting here thinking like, I don't give a fuck about what this lady got going on. And then, man, shit. I remember I'm sitting here having all this shit going through my mind, doing all these fucking orders and shit. And then next thing you know, she came back there and she said, yeah, this lady up here complaining. She need this Big Mac right now. She up here complaining. You need to hurry up and make that Big Mac. And I don't know, some had just got down, literally had just got in my mind and literally had took me over. I'm sitting thinking in the back of my head, man, this white lady probably about to get this fucking food. She probably about to goddamn drive to Tybee Island, go down there to Hilton Head Island somewhere on a resort, have her a good time, without a care in the world. Her mortgage and shit is paid. Her fucking education and all that shit is paid. Her career is set up. This lady got all her life pretty much complete and set. And you think I'm about to be sitting here worried about her, getting her some fucking food, and I got this rent and shit I gotta pay. I gotta pass this goddamn compass test. I'm in here working this fucking shitty ass job. And some had just came over me. I couldn't even I don't even remember myself saying it, but some just came out of me and was like, man, fuck that lady. She said she had looked scared as hell like when I said that shit. She was like, what'd you say? I said, shit, fuck that lady. I remember she was like, oh, she had went to our main manager. She was like, oh, Terry, we got a problem back here. We got a problem back here. And I remember everything had just got real quiet. That shit was like weird as hell, bro. This shit got weird. It was like quiet. And then next thing you know, they told me, they was like, yeah, Chase, you can clock out. And usually when they tell you you can clock out and they don't really tell you, when you can come back, you pretty much know you about to get fired. And I remember, ironically, bro, that same day, I remember my manager, she had tried to like put me onto this like this girl that randomly had liked me. It was like weird. I didn't even never had seen this girl, but she had seen me in there, and she was like trying to talk to me. And I remember my manager had tried to like put me on her. This girl had like randomly texted me. I was like, how the hell did you get my number? And she was like texting me pictures of her naked and shit. I'm like, where the hell did this come from? And it was on the same day I just got fired. And then I remember that happened. They didn't give me no fucking call or none of that shit. And then I remember the next day I went up there thinking everything was straight, and I was about to like try to clock in and stuff. And she was like, you don't work today. And I was like, oh, what you mean? They was like, oh, Rashad fired you yesterday. And I didn't even get mad, man, because I knew pretty much like what the whole thing was. And then I remember I had said, fuck it. I just took off my uniform and just gave it to him. I don't even think I washed that goddamn uniform. That shit still had grease stains on it and everything. I gave that shit to them dirty as hell. Went up there, got my last check, and I remember I tried to reapply up there because it really was like some bullshit why I got fired. And I don't know, for some reason, the higher management, they never wanted to even hire me back. And I couldn't get a job down there for like years. At that McDonald's, because like I said, it was hard to get a job anywhere down there. It was so much nepotism. And shit. Yeah, that shit happened. And that's pretty much why a lot of the reviews I kind of had to wait to do, because I couldn't really get any source of income in Statesboro. I didn't know anything about the cleaning business and all that stuff at that time. I actually had found out about that one day when Dane moved out of his room, and it was this lady from Panama. She had to go and clean it, and I just asked her, I'm like, so you mean to tell me all you do is just go around here and clean apartments and you get paid for this? And I was wondering, like, how did you get the connection with the apartment complex? And she didn't really know because she was a temp agent. She was a worker basically, like, for a temp agency. But I saw, like, basically all you have to do is just go talk to these people, right? And every summer, like, when college students move out of dorms or when they move out of like those student apartments, it's usually like a lot of vacancies at that time, and they don't have enough staff to go and like service that. I mean, they only got like 2 maintenance workers, so that's how you could get contracts for that. And literally, you could go get a contract making probably, let's say you clean each unit for like $100, but you're gonna have like maybe 1,000 units or something like that. That's probably gonna be vacant, and you got to go in turn. Some of them might be $100. Some of them you might be able to charge more. But I don't know. I guess when I got fired from McDonald's during that time, from 2010 really to when y'all saw me doing my reviews and stuff, like I was just thinking of different ways to make money, and like I said, that's how I got to where I'm at right now, honestly. But yeah, but that was when I got fired from there. That's when I realized I can't work no job, because I don't mind nobody telling me what to do. I don't mind having to work hard. I don't mind working on a regimen schedule. But like I said, one thing I will say is that it might be a certain day I go in there and I might not want to do it. And if I can't send nobody else to go do that shit, then it's not gonna work out for me. You know, like it's not how money works. It's like once I got outside of a job and started making money on my own, that's really when I understood how money works. Back to Sonic. Schedule. But like I said, one thing I will say is that it might be a certain day I go in there and I might not want to do it. And if I can't send nobody else to go do that shit, then it's not gonna work out for me. You know? Like it's not money works. It's like once I got outside of a job and started making money on my own, that's really when I understood money works. Bojangles. Y'all actually have that shit up there? What I find funny too, like I never took any like business classes and stuff when I was in college either. I think I took like a writing business class, but I don't know, like none of that shit, none of that shit applies to the reality. But I find funny too, like I never took any like business classes and stuff when I was in college either. I think I took like a writing business class, but I don't know, like none of that shit applies. Oh damn, I didn't even see that. Oh, get in there. I'm making myself look so bad at this game. Making myself look so bad at this game. Man, matter of fact, Alex, you want to know something crazy? I'll tell you another crazy story. Man, I remember when I graduated from college. I remember my I think they called him the advisor, counselor, or whoever, like your senior advisor. I'll never forget when I went to that dude. After I had, it was about 2 weeks I think before I graduated, and I just asked, bro. I was like, so, like, do you have any like jobs or some shit out here? You know. Like, you got any, like, plug? I'm basically asking this nigga, like, what plug do you have out here for me, you know? Because I'm like, shit, dude, I owe these folks $50,000 now. Goddamn, I know pretty much I got to go out here and start my own brand and my own business. Like, I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, do y'all at least have a job or something like that I could go to? That man told me to go to the goddamn career center for the main school, but I'm like, dude, you supposed to be my senior advisor. Like, aren't you supposed to be the one that's helping to guide me for my career and shit like that? You know? I'm not gonna lie, Alex. Be careful with that school shit, dude. That shit is a big jug, bro. It's the biggest jug out here. It really is. I mean, I'm not saying deny your education, but you know, like that's all these schools out here, man. All that shit is about money. I'm just so glad I got out of that system. Like seriously. I'm school shit, dude. That shit is a big jug, bro. It's the biggest jug out here. It really is. I mean, I'm not saying deny your education, but you know, like all these schools out here, man. All that shit is about money. I'm just so glad I got out of that system. Seriously. Because at the end of the day, you gotta. Oh man, how the fuck? Oh man. You gotta ask yourself at the end of the day, what is it do I want out of this? Is it the education? Is it the experience? Or is it the money? Like you gotta really question that shit every day, and that's what was eating me alive when I was in college. Because at the end of the day, you gotta. Oh man, what the fuck? Oh. You gotta ask yourself at the end of the day, what is it do I want out of this? Is it the education? Is it the experience? Or is it the money? Like, you got to really question that shit every day, and that's what was eating me alive when I was in college. Oh! Son of a bitch. Yeah. Man, this shit pretty bad. Yeah, that's good, man. Very good. Got to have a side hustle. You gotta have a damn more than a side hustle. You gotta have a whole body hustle. Oh, here, you gotta have a whole fucking body hustle. Yeah, that's good, man. Very good. Got to have a side hustle. Got to have a damn more than a side hustle. You gotta have a whole body hustle. And here, you gotta have a whole fucking body hustle. Yeah, that's good. Damn. Damn. That jump is hard to make. Oh, I want to get up there. I should have like 7 lives right now, man. What the fuck am I doing? And this is Dr. Robotic. Yeah. Yep, good old Sonic, man. This is a good game. When I did my review of this, I actually didn't play the game all the way through. I just kind of just did that based off of the knowledge that I had about it, and from my own playthrough experiences I had from before. But at the time, I think when I did that review, I had only beat the first two Sonics. I didn't beat the third one yet. I think I beat the third one like that next year. I would love to do that live. That'll be cool. It's definitely not going to be done in one video, of course. I'm not really a speed run kind of guy. I'm more of a grinder. I'm more of a grinder, honestly. That's why, like I said, I could do a lot of RPG games, but I'm not gonna lie, those are gonna be some long videos. Nobody don't mind watching them. I mean, hell, I'll do them. It's just gonna be a lot of grinding. I'm not really a speed run kind of guy. I'm more a grinding. That's why, like I said, I could do a lot of RPG games, but I'm not gonna lie, those are gonna be some long videos. Nobody don't mind watching. I mean, hell, I do it. It's gonna be a lot of grinding. I'm about to save it. What was I doing on here before? Marble Zone. Damn. You know what? We can redo that. Let me tell you another funny story. This one was work related too. Now, mind you, when I worked at fast food, like I used to see so much shit going on up there, dude. Like I used to see fucking managers coming there, fucking high on coke. I used to see customers fighting. I used to see people having seizures and shit. I seen almost everything except a robbery. But let me tell you like the funny dude. Actually, I have seen a robbery. It wasn't like a robbery, but this was probably one of the funniest things I ever seen at work. You said if I had to spend that, so I could make that jump. Only newer versions have that. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, this was actually the only Sonic game that I think that didn't have the spin dash. Yeah, but let me tell you this one story, y'all. I remember when I worked at this place. Actually, this is probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen at work. It's 1:30 here in the East Coast. I should do a live call where I call the Department of Labor here in Georgia just to show y'all how unreliable these bastards are. I'm owed so much money from these people, man. Like, but the same company right now that I'm fighting to get my unemployment claim from. I remember when I was working there, we had this white guy that used to work there, and this dude thought he was like fucking Bruce Willis because like he always used to like, man, hell yeah, look at Sonic. Look at Sonic like, oh, you're gonna tell a story? Tick tock. You're gonna have to wait, Sonic. We got a story to tell. But man, I remember one day I was up there, and like I said, this guy he used to he used to like think he was like this like older than his years for whatever reason. This guy this guy was like my age, and he had said that he was like a cop, and he had done did all these different jobs. He had done did this. He married and he got a daughter, and he just made himself seem a lot older than he was. I'm like, dude, ain't nobody out here old trying to seem like they damn old. Ain't nobody out here trying to get older. Everybody want to be like they younger. You know what I mean? Like, so why are you trying to portray this? But like, this guy used to have like a certain like character about him. And of course, a lot of women are just gonna use you when you walk around trying to act all chivalrous and bold and all. Yes, I'm gonna be the guy and fly in with the cape and help the woman and all that. And ironically, this was a white boy, and this white boy used to always say that he didn't like black girl. I mean, he didn't like white girls, which was kind of interesting to me, because I'm like, I mean, I be talking my shit about black women. Don't get me wrong, but I'm always like black women. But this dude was like only interested in black women, and it was weird. It's like, does this nigga want a black penis that bad? Cause this man done married a black girl, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, this guy one day, man, like I said, like when we worked in the main part of town, it's called the Punt City Market here in Atlanta. It's pretty much in the hood, but it's also like gentrified. So it's like in an area where basically it's the hood, but it's also like upscale there as well. So we used to literally have people come and like literally snatch the tip jar that we used to have laying out there. It would be like full of cash, and like people used to come and snatch it. It wasn't really no security there. And I remember one day I was in there working, man, and somebody came and did it again. It had happened twice. I was there both times when it happened too. The first time it happened so fast that by the time I turned my head, dude was already out the door. I'm like, shit, I ain't chasing after that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, and the company looked at it like, okay, we lost $60-$70. No big deal. We about to write this shit off and we gonna be fine. Oh my God, this white boy, Alex. This fucking white boy thought he was goddamn Bruce Willis, man. This man, look, it was some hoodlum that had came and fucking snatched the tip jar. I remember they had said, oh shit, somebody took the tip jar. And I looked over, this white boy was like, not again. This motherfucker literally ran after this nigga. This nigga ran after the nigga, bro. And he was gone for like about 30 minutes. We were like, what the fuck? They done called the police and all kind of shit. I'm like, damn, what the fuck happened to him? This nigga was gone for like a minute. Alex, this white boy had to came back like 20, 30 minutes later. His shirt was all worn out. He looked like he was kind of bruised up and shit. He had the tip jar, but it wasn't no money in it. He had the tip jar. It wasn't no money in that shit. And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, dude, what the fuck are you thinking? Like, you could have ran over there into these niggas' hood. Bro, this man had told us that he had the goddamn chased after the dude who had stole the tip jar. I mean, full throttle. He said that he had the goddamn ran to this nigga's pot. These niggas, like I said, mind you, we in fucking 4th Ward here in Atlanta. You can look this shit up. 4th Ward is the hood here in Atlanta. Like I said, niggas is getting shot over here every day, B. This motherfucker literally ran into these niggas on some Bruce Willis shit. This man told us he had hopped the fence. Wrestled the dude, like he had tackled the dude. He hopped the fence into their neighborhood, wrestled the dude. I guess somehow the dude punched him, and then he pushed him off, and then he had got the money and just ran off. But he had, came back with the tip jar, and then this motherfucker came back and was like, yeah, but at least I got the tip jar. We're like, nigga, you could have died. What the fuck? You could have died, bro. We like, dude, you could have died. You could have died, bro. And cause what was crazy is in the news here in Atlanta, it was about like 2 months prior to that. It was a Walmart here, not too far from where I live at, and it was the same scenario where somebody had like stole like an item or something like that, and they walked out the door with the security alarm, and then the guy went after them. After he was trying to tell him, dude, you can't take the item. I think one of the employees went after them, and that dude turned around and had shot that man and killed him. Like, nigga, that shit crazy, bro. Like, that's why you gotta be careful on these fucking jobs. It's like, if some shit happen, hey, That's they shit. They ain't gonna do nothing but write a fucking insurance policy off on that shit. And if I were to die, they'll write an insurance policy on my ass. What the hell am I sitting here trying to go after these folks and protect their property for when my ass to be dead? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like shit. If anything, I would have told them shit. I'll goddamn tell y'all an escape route. Just break me off a little money and I won't tell these folks a thing. Shit. Because believe it or not, while you come and take this $60 at 7 o'clock, by 10 o'clock, by the time we close, it's going to be $60 more in that fucking tip jar. So, that was a waste of your time. I'll never forget that, man. That man thought he was fucking Bruce Willis, boy. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Mike. And ironically, he was from New York, too. I think he was from upstate New York, though. That boy thought he was Bruce Willis, boy. I said, hell no. Not for $10 an hour. I never forget that, man. That man thought he was fucking Bruce Willis, boy. Stop the mic. Stop the mic. And ironically, he's from New York, too. I think he was from upstate New York, though. So I said, hey, no, not for $10 an hour. Should have got that shield. I should have preserved that. Fuck! Boy, game head and checked into the building. What is going on? We just sit here in the chat chilling. I'm sitting here telling my boy Alex about old work stories and stuff I saw when I used to be on my job in fast food. Lot of funny stuff, man. And I remember this white boy, he was real aggressive too. Like he used to always, like I said, tell us stories about how he was like fighting folks and shit, like, you know. And I remember one day I had told him about a taser that I had, because I had like I got like this one of those like little flashlight police tasers. I was using that shit for like a film prop that I was doing. But I think one day we were just talking about like weapons and shit like that. Um and he and he had, he had asked me about it and shit, and I said, yeah, you can have it. I was like, I really don't even need it. And I remember I gave it to him and shit. And I remember when I in return he had let me smoke with him and shit like that. We had smoked. And I remember, man, the day we had smoked, boy, he was so goddamn paranoid, boy. We in there smoking in the car chilling. We was like in the middle of the parking lot. He acting all nervous and shit. I was like, damn, this white boy is so goddamn paranoid. Like, nigga, this was after my door got kicked in. I'm like, shit, nigga, I done seen the worst of what can happen over some weed. My God, I'm not even that fucking paranoid about this shit. Like, what the hell wrong with you? Shit. But yeah, I remember, ironically, I gave that boy that taser, and I remember it was about a month later, and I was at work, and he was like, man, like, your taser had done came in handy. I was like, what you mean? He said when he was at Walmart one time, somebody had done said some shit to his wife, and somebody he jumped in and he had done got involved, and he pulled out his gun and all that shit. And then he said something about like the girl that the dude was with had got to fighting with his wife and was about to, he said something about she was about to like slam her head like on the concrete block. And he said he pulled out that taser I gave him and had shot the shit out of somebody, and that shit had backed them off, and I guess they had went on about their business. But I just remember this white boy always telling us about stories of him fighting and doing all kind of shit. I'm like, damn, bro, like, you always getting in situations. It's like, shit, dude. I know some real warriors. I'm like, yeah, this white boy ain't nothing like no goddamn AB. I done told y'all the stories about some real warriors. I'm like, you ain't got no reason to be out here fighting out like this, dude. Stories of him fighting and doing all kind of shit. I'm like, that, bro, like, it's in this situation. It's like shit, dude. I know some real water. But I'm like, hey, yeah, I'm like, you know, this white boy ain't nothing like no goddamn AD. I told y'all stories about shit. Somebody, you ain't got no reason to be out here fighting like this, dude. Yep, everybody want to be Billy Badass until they run into Billy Badass. Words of Eddie Griffin. Ain't no point in trying to do all that tough guy shit out here, man. Yep, everybody want to be Billy Badass until they run into Billy Badass. Words of Eddie Griffin. No point in trying to do all that tough. Yeah, I played Sonic Adventure. That used to be my game on Dreamcast. Like I was saying earlier in the chat, that was like one of the first 3D games I actually liked from Sonic. That was okay. I didn't never really play it like in actually go through the whole game because I didn't have a Dreamcast. But I remember when it came out in '99, I played it because I went to my friend Paris's house and he had it. Like I was saying earlier in the chat, that was like one of the first 3D games I actually liked from Sonic. That was okay. I didn't ever really play it like and actually go through the whole game because I didn't have a Dreamcast. But I remember when it came out in '99, I played it because I went to my friend Paris's house. He had it. God, you said people get blown in the back of the bus. You mean like they were like getting rocked around and they hit their head on the window? God damn. Because I'm not gonna lie, that happened to me. That used to happen to me a lot on the bus. You'll be sitting there. Because I remember when I used to be on the bus, I'd be damn tired as fuck. I'd be ready to go home and fucking watch Arthur and shit. I'd be like laying my head on the bus. Like when we used to like we'd be like laying our head on the bus looking at the window and shit. You right, like the damn bus would hit that curve because there wasn't no seatbelts. Damn near could catch a concussion hitting your head on that window. You ain't lying. Man, the bus, like I said, I should tell y'all some stories about that. Man, yeah, yeah. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I forgot about a story with that. Um, give me a second. I'm about to tell y'all the story. I'm about to tell y'all the story. What I mean. The artist I mean who's a part of Redstick Records. I'm about to tell y'all the story with him one day when we were on the bus. This shit about to be funny as hell. Man, the bus. Story with that. Give me a second. I'm about to tell y'all the story. I'm about to tell y'all the story. What I mean. I mean, who's part of Red Steel Records. I'm about to tell y'all the story with him one day when we were on the bus. This shit about to be funny as hell. Give me a second, y'all. outside of Atlanta. Get a little factory jobs, some with some farm, warehouse. Can't even maintenance like I don't see them in the warehouse, in some chicken farm, doing something like that. Something like that. Yeah. As a business. honest. Shit. I mean, like I said, really, I've saved the most about 2 years. Yeah, like you ain't got to go nowhere. I said you ain't really even got to go that far to to go down there. The drive is straight is a straight shot. So yeah, well, you want the success, right? You want the glory. No, it's not. You ain't really even got to go that far. My bad, y'all. Yeah, like yeah, Tim ain't gonna have nothing. Tim could just go down there literally, like I said, the same way I would be down there if I was doing cleaning contracts, managing the little property and stuff, during the big one. like I said, passing iron around, it's like he still has to like come up with some of these things on his own, some of these ideas, because like I said, our goal is to go down there like places like Georgia Southern, talk about what he's doing, so that we could just be calling him and saying, hey, we got a show that we could, or we just need to come down here to Statesboro or come over here to Georgia State. That's our job, that stuff like that up there. His job is like, there to come up with the ideas to help market and promote what he's doing on a daily basis. Because, like I said, we can only do bit stuff and little stuff like that. You're right, he has to be. Yeah, yeah. Because all you're doing is just giving somebody a test, basically. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, you were telling me about it. I ain't gonna lie, but a lot of it don't even be trained. A lot of it just celebrityism. Like I said, like you gotta ask Chaz. You can ask Chaz about this guy we know named Soldier Boy. Like Soldier Boy is a dumb nigger that's from damn west side of Atlanta. But his idea how he markets himself, like, man, this man has his own video game console. He has created like his own apps and all kind of stuff, because he just puts himself out there. It's like, like you on the internet every day, you looking and seeing what people are doing, and you just seeing kind of what emulate or what works for you and what kind of will be similar to what you would want to do, and you just go do these things. Like a lot of that's from there. His idea himself, like, this man has his own video game console. He is you said what now? His own stuff, because he just puts himself out there. It's like, like you on the internet every day. The same stuff that he be doing in the video, just hanging out, with his little cigarette, just sitting around talking about the old war stories, old glory days, what somebody got going on, how much money somebody got, what beef somebody in, just nothing really. Yeah. Yeah. Same sort of people that what are you doing in the video? Just hanging out, with a little cigarette, just sitting around talking about the old war stories, old glory days, what somebody got going on, how much money somebody got, what beef somebody in, stuff. Yeah. I mean, everything that's happened naturally, people still will be interested in it. But like I said, he has to be interested. I mean, like I said, I could do videos like that of myself, and I guarantee my chats and my people right now that's watching, they will be interested in that stuff, because the stuff that I've done to make myself interested. Like, you gotta already be doing, like I said, it just has to be in you to market, and they would only be interested in what the other person that's around him got going on. They wouldn't be too much interested in him like that. Because when they see him in these videos, they see stuff that's going on around him. They're not seeing him talking and doing stuff. He's just in the video, just showing what's going on around him. Yeah, I mean, no, he could do that, but you know, he gotta have some interesting about him. Like I said, when I'm doing these chats, I'm in here telling stories about, you know, days when me and him used to be getting on the bus. I was getting ready to tell that story right when you called. When me and him used to be on the bus, like I said, like, you know, when he used to be fighting and stuff like that, no personal stories, and correlating that to like showing who he is today. Like just being able to, you know, to correlate a lot of things in his life, and just make himself an interesting person. Like, yeah, well, that's too bad. That's too bad, because you gotta know how to do that. That's what these rappers and all these folks do. You know? I don't either, but like you say, probably because he don't know. So. Just being able to, you know, to correlate a lot of things in his life, and just make himself an interesting person. Whatever, yeah. I mean, but yeah, he got to know how to do that on his own, though. Yeah, yeah, and that's because of his environment. Oh, like you said, like a shark can't go in a fish tank, you know. Yeah, he couldn't do that. And just think about Corey Cersei. I don't mean to be saying this man ain't live. Hey, it is what it is. But yeah, like, I mean, when he went down there, why you think he went down there? Shit, he had just dropped out of the little GED program at that time. He was staying with Trish. He wasn't working. I think he had just stopped working at on Fresh Express. Like, he saw Statesboro as a gold mine, and to get out of here, because there wasn't nothing going on with him up here. That's why he got out of there and went down there and did that. Yeah. Yeah. I showed him all that stuff. I showed him all that stuff. Program at that time. He was staying with Trish. But just stopped working at all Fresh Express. Like, he saw Statesboro as a goal. And then to get out of it, because there wasn't nothing going on in the up there. Why he got out of there with that, they did. Yeah. Yeah, he not. Yeah. Or just take him on that campus. Like I said, once you go on that campus, that's when you're gonna see for yourself. Like, yeah, this ain't no Atlanta. This ain't no bull crap that I'm used to. Seeing all that stuff on campus. It's that campus is a whole different world. Yeah. 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 Or just take him on that campus. Like I say, once you go on that campus, it's that campus is the whole Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. But the thing is, I still didn't see it like that yet, because like I said, I had a whole bunch of other stuff on my mind that that was blocking it. I didn't really know how to get excited about it until I was getting ready to do it. Actually, like once I saw a reason of why I had to be down there in Statesboro, that's pretty much when I got excited about it, and I saw the usefulness of it. But like I said, like with him, it would be the same way, because he would go down there and see, like, wow, I could be down here doing shows. Like they be having student activities and stuff going on. They be already having guests and people like that group on the Migos. Like they used to have this thing basically like where all the students will vote for like what artists they wanted to come down there and perform. And that year that the Migos had gotten in trouble, it was between them and it was like that guy August Alsina and like another pop artist. Yeah. That could be Tim. They got paid. Yeah. 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 Yeah, it has to. Yeah, you're right. It does. It does. It does. If we didn't know. Yeah. No, we weren't ready for it. We weren't ready. We, like I said, we had a lot of other things going on in our mind. Like it wasn't time for it yet. It just, it was time when it came. It just wasn't the time. I mean, that was in '06. No way I was thinking like that then. No way. There was no way. My mind had way too much going on at that time. Yeah. Now by 2009, when I was going down there though, like I had already known then, because like I said, I was getting ready to have to actually get into college. Yeah, I was just worried about getting out of high school at that time. He ain't even got to worry about that. Yeah, he just got to be down there, just basically just be on campus and promoting his music. They are. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. He'll see it. He'll definitely see it. Like I said, you'll notice when you walking around, you ain't gonna notice no crackheads, you ain't gonna notice no liquor stores like that, and you ain't gonna notice no bums asking for a cigarette everywhere you go. So, yeah, now, he ain't even gonna come down there with that, to be honest. But yeah. Yeah, you're right. Now, I ain't saying he gotta live down there. I was just saying that would be best for him. I was saying I would live down there. I mean, I would do that for me. It wouldn't even be for him. I'd be down there marketing SNS. Yeah, he ain't doing nothing up there, Mom. Yeah, like I said. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to make this as easy as possible. I swear. I'm making it as easy as possible. And like you said, it's just a matter of just a little sacrifice. That's all. I don't care if I had roommates and I had to, go back to that. I would love that. Yeah. Even if I was in Idaho, I wouldn't even care, to be honest. But I understand what you're saying, though. Yeah. No trap. You ain't got to worry about no traffic down there or none of that. Man, come on. Yeah, like, yeah. I would hope he wouldn't even be trying to be around them country ass folks trying to do anything, because ain't nothing going on with them local folks now, man. Yeah, we just kind of just develop that idea a little more and kind of go into it in the future. But that's definitely something I think that will help catapult a lot of stuff, because just stay. Yeah, it wouldn't be bad. He did. Oh. Oh. Hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. 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 Right now, yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, the time go by too fast. Yeah. But you also gotta realize it's your duty. It ain't nobody else's responsibility. So yeah. 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 Yeah, it is. Ooh, man. Yeah, but shit, if a nigga was giving me $1 million, come on, man. What else you got to do? Either you gonna do that or you gonna be out here dealing with the crap we dealing with. I mean, these niggas is our age. Oh yeah. 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 Oh no, it never really is. It's just about the comfort of your job. All right then. All right. Yeah, my bad, y'all. I was on the phone with my mom talking to her about that boy Ameen, ironically. If y'all are still in the chat, I appreciate y'all. Jesus Christ, y'all have like the patience of a fucking saint from goddamn Saint Lutheran. I've been streaming for fucking damn, man. I ain't even been streaming that long. 2 hours. I've been streaming for 2 hours. Like, jeez. My bad, Charles. Y'all still in the chat. I appreciate y'all. Jesus Christ, y'all have like the pictures of a fucking saint. Yeah, Saint Lutheran. Yeah, I wasn't talking to him. I was talking to my mom about him, basically. But I think I was about to tell a story about him before she had called. Yeah, I wasn't talking to him. I was talking to my mom about him, basically. But I think I was about to tell a story about him before she had called. Um. Oh yeah, that was the story I was gonna tell when we were on the bus. Yeah. Oh my god. Go 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 go. Shit. Go. Damn. Right when I'm about to tell y'all some shit, I always end up messing up. Y'all gotta be looking bad. Oh yeah, that was the story I was gonna tell you about. Yeah. I remember one day. This story was funny as hell. When we used to be on the bus, man, we used to be back there just acting the fucking fool. And I remember, like I said, niggas was always roasting. Like that was always the thing. Like folks always was roasting one another. And like I said, it used to get kind of serious sometimes. Like I said, some guys didn't like when you talked about their situation because some of them probably really didn't have no money or something and kind of felt a little personal about it. But I remember one day, Ameen, and this it was our other, it was another guy. He was in my grade, but he had an older brother that was like pretty much like an OG, like around in our area. His older brother was like an OG, but his younger brother was like my age, and bro used to try to go around and act like he was hard and everything. And like I said, like he used to kind of try to do that with the wrong people. But I remember one time, him and Ameen were roasting on the bus, and them niggas had got to arguing and shit like that. And then I remember the dude, we'll call him Black. I remember Black had said that they was gonna fight or whatever. And like I said, that shit just was like crazy because we was on the bus laughing about it and shit. And then we was like saying, man, these niggas ain't gonna really fight. And I remember we had a homeboy. I remember. I mean, we in our neighborhood we had a homeboy named Lil Juju, and Juju had this damn ad. You know how like when boxers used to get ready to fight, and they'll have like those ads. It would be like Mayweather versus like Jake Paul and shit like that. 50 Cent admission. I remember this nigga Juju had a goddamn. He had on a piece of paper, and I remember it had like a Sharpie written on it. It had said Blackie versus Tim, because that's Ameen's name. It was like Blackie versus Tim, and the admission was 50 Cent. In our neighborhood, we had a homeboy named and Juju had this damn. And I remember that nigga. That everybody was like hyping this fight. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was hyping it. I mean, of course, we knew. I mean, we knew he was gonna win the fight. You know what I'm saying? But what we was a little concerned about was like his older brother. Like I said, he was like affiliated with a lot of dudes that was like in gangs and shit. This was before the whole like beef that we was telling you about between the my neighborhood and other neighborhoods. Like this guy was one of those people that was a part of those other neighborhoods. And yeah, but I remember this was like actually one of the early days of like when those little conflicts used to happen. But I remember that day when they fought, I couldn't go over there and watch the fight because Like I said, I was on punishment at that time because I had some bad grades. I remember this was in February of 2003. It was so fucked up with my punishment that I didn't even get to watch the NBA All Star game that year, and it was in Atlanta. And I remember that was Michael Jordan's last All Star game, and I didn't even get to watch it because I was on punishment. But I remember during this time, I didn't get to go over there when they fought. But we knew like when Ameen went over there, somebody had to go with him because it was a possibility that that Black's brother was gonna jump in, and what I'm saying, he was a lot older than us. He was about a couple of years older than us, and sure enough, I remember that day they went over there. We had a partner named G. He was like about Black's older brother's age, ironically. He went there. My brother went there. My brother's a lot younger than Black's older brother. And Ameen was there, and I think somebody else was there that day too. I can't remember, but I remember they went over there that day. Everybody had surrounded, came over there to see the fight. Ameen, had got the hooking with him and stuff like that. Of course, he had won, but it was like the whole time when he was fighting, like Black had already planned out that how the thing was gonna go. He already knew his brother was gonna jump in. And sure enough, like at a certain moment, I guess his brother had jumped in and had stole Ameen, and like he had kind of had Ameen, leaking. And I remember, he had tried to square up. I remember like like on with some of the dudes from my neighborhood and shit. And but like I said, I understood his older brother's situation because that was his brother, so he wasn't about to just sit there and let him get destroyed like that. But yeah, I remember that had happened, and I remember when Ameen had came back to the neighborhood. I remember like I was sitting there thinking like, damn, like because like I said, I couldn't go outside, so I was like looking out from the window, and I saw he came back, and his whole shirt I remember was like leaking red, like his whole shirt was bleeding, and I was like, I know he didn't get beat up by Black. Like, god damn, what happened? And then that's when I had found out that his brother had jumped in and kind of had snuck him, and then that kind of had like led to a lot of issues, where niggas had jumped his brother, what I'm saying, and issues had came back, like when they got to fighting with folks from my neighborhood, and it just kind of had spawned that war I was telling you about too, where that shit had happened with my friend 2 years later. But yeah, that was crazy. And then that's when I had found out that his brother had jumped in and kind of had snuck him, and then that like led to a lot of issues, where niggas had jumped his brother, what I'm saying, and issues had came back. They got to fighting with folks from my neighborhood. It just kind of had spawned that war I was telling you about. So, that shit with my friend 2 years later. But yeah, that was crazy. I should tell y'all the story of what sent Ameen to prison, but I feel like I should give him the justice to tell that story himself, because he's a good storyteller. Like I said, I'll have him in the chat one day. But that's also a really interesting story too. He ended up going to prison for basically stabbing the shit out of somebody. 2 dudes actually. I should tell y'all the story of what sent Ameen to prison, but I feel like I should give him the justice to tell that story himself, because he's a good storyteller. But that's him in the chat one day. But that's also a good story too. He ended up going to prison for basically stabbing the shit out of somebody. Who did that? Yep. Just crazy stories, crazy stories. Damn it. Oh, come on, man. What? Yep. It's crazy stories, crazy stories. Oh yeah, I mentioned Soldier Boy. I was telling my mom like, come on now, because we were talking about the marketing with Tim and like kind of how just he has to put himself out there. Because like I said, I'm gonna be doing a lot of stuff with SNS to help promote him, but he still has to promote his own music. And I know how to market and promote and and do this stuff because as y'all have seen, I've been on the internet for the last 11 years. So I know how to put myself out there, like and put my content out there. Whereas he's not as familiar with how to work YouTube and how to work Facebook and Google and all that stuff. He's just not familiar with the technology and stuff. And I was just telling her like if an idiot like Soldier Boy, who also is from Atlanta. I mean, even though he's from Mississippi, but most of his origins and most of his character was built here in Atlanta. In fact, he's from the same area where Ameen is from. Same area, bro. So I'm thinking like if this dude who's coming from the same area as I mean came out here and created a hit song, got his own video game console, got his own apps, his own digital products, and all this stuff that he doing, even if it ain't making that much money. But if this dude was able to do that, he did it because he was following the trends of the internet. He was watching what other people were doing, and he probably saw what would work and just tried it. He just sit around and and just be on the block thinking I got a song that's out and it's cool, and you didn't put in the work to try to market your stuff. Like Soldier Boy put in the work, and that's why he had the success he had. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have nothing bad to say about Soldier Boy, but we will review the Soldier Boy console one day. I'm not gonna lie, because this is a gaming channel, so we can talk about Soldier Boy in here. And to be honest, I don't really like his how he tries to act now. But like I said, I blame that on the drugs. This dude, he smokes way too much weed. I'm not even gonna blame it on the weed because, like I said, the weed be having me conscious. But he be drinking way too much lean. Like I said, he just is a little clouded in the mind. I think that Hollywood lifestyle, and the comfort that he has, it kind of I don't know, man. A lot of these boys be so drugged out, man. They be on so many drugs and stuff. Like these niggas' minds don't really be clear like that. But yeah, I blame that stuff on the drugs. Like I said, like he do be trying to act like like this gangster. I'm like, but it'd be funny though, honestly. I mean, to me, it seemed like he'd be really doing that just to get publicity, you know. But I know one thing: that damn Soldier Boy console is a fucking jug. That shit literally ain't nothing but emulated goddamn. All this man probably did was just emulated like some games and torrented them shits from like a package on the uTorrent, and then literally put all these shits on the fucking console. And I think I heard that shit was like $300 or something. But you trying to go out here and say that people got to support black business? Yeah, but you got to sell a good product, buddy. This ain't a good product. Like what video games are exclusively on the Soldier Boy console? Like seriously. I mean, I salute him for doing it, but I'm like, bro, you can't be going and taking Nintendo shit and then thinking that you're gonna make money off of it, and then you're gonna create an original product off of something already done. It don't work it don't work like that. Not in the gaming world. You got to create something that ain't been done. What Soldier Boy should be doing is like what Lil B does. Y'all ever seen Lil B's channel? Lil B does like basically live streams like this. You need to do something like that. Taking Nintendo shit and then thinking that you gonna make money off of it. Yeah, that he didn't even license that shit. That shit is just like I could have made a console like that. All he did was just went to a country Found out that they probably create like video game consoles, emulated them shits on the system, and sold it. Like, yeah, I don't feel like he gonna be successful at that. I mean, cause Soldier Boy been really doing the gaming shit before me. He had game reviews out back in like '07, and like like doing little playthroughs and stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie, he was like one of the first rappers I saw that did gaming. But I feel like he would be better doing something like what I do with reviews. In fact, yeah, I seen Soldier Boy review Sonic 3. I don't know if you guys can find it on the internet. I think you have to look up on SODMG Gaming. But I remember a couple of years ago, I saw he had some game reviews out. I can't remember where I saw it though. I don't remember if it was on YouTube or an exclusive website or what. But he did. He had like game reviews he used to make, just like what I do. I think he'll be more better. I think he'll be more successful trying to do something like that, as opposed to trying to go out here, and compete with the big dogs. Like you're not gonna do that. In fact, yeah, I see Soldier Boy review Sonic 3. I don't know if you guys can find it on the internet. I think you have to look up on SODMG Gaming. But I remember a couple of years ago, I saw he had some game reviews out. I can't remember where I saw it though. I don't remember if it was on YouTube or an exclusive website or what. But he did. He had like game reviews he used to make, just like what I do. I think he'll be more better. I think he'll be more successful trying to do something like that, as opposed to trying to compete with the big dogs. Like you're not gonna do that. Yeah, believe it or not, I'm noticing a lot of these celebrities are trying to come on YouTube. Like Lil Wayne got a podcast, like I said, Lil B got a YouTube Twitch channel. Soldier Boy got a channel. I think Chief Keef got like a gaming channel. What's that guy name? T Grizzly. T Grizzly got like a gaming channel. Like a lot of them are trying to come into our industry. But a lot of them, they not really all that interesting. It's like some of their live streams don't really, like I said, they don't interact with the commenters. They don't talk to their subs. They don't, comment on stuff. They really are just using their fame and their celebrity to just try to come online and do the same stuff like what we doing. But they're not gonna be as successful because, it take a lot to do this YouTube thing. You really got to be personal. If you don't have a certain personality, you're not gonna last on YouTube. I mean, that's the only reason I've been on here for so long. I could have been died out. They're not really all that interested. It's like some of their live streams don't really, like I said, they don't interact with the commenters. They don't talk to their subs. They don't, comment on stuff. They really are just using their fame and their celebrity to just try to come online and do the same stuff like what we doing. But they're not going to be as successful because, it take a lot to do this YouTube thing. You really got to be personal. You don't have the same personality, you're not going to last on YouTube. I mean, that's the only reason I've been on here for so long. I could have been that. Yeah, but I ain't go. Oh, man, come on, bro. What the fuck? Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, like a lot of these celebrities trying to come on YouTube now, like I said, because they seeing this money. But I'm noticing a lot of these guys, they trying to do like what we doing. Like they trying to do the reviews, they trying to do the streaming stuff. I done seen it. Like I said, I saw Lil B did it. I saw that dude. It's a lot of these rappers right now. These niggas is trying to do gaming. They trying to do YouTube gaming. What the fuck? They not as interesting. A lot of these celebrities trying to come on YouTube now, like I said, because they seeing this money. And a lot of these guys, they trying to do like what we doing. Like they trying to do the reviews, they trying to do the streaming stuff. I done seen it. Like I said, I saw Lil B did it. I thought it's a lot of these rappers right now. These niggas is trying to do gaming. They trying to do YouTube gaming. Not as interesting. Damn. Come on, man. Wow, you said KFC? You know, I did hear KFC made a console. You said you could keep your chicken hot and keep gaming. That is fucking hilarious. Man, that's hard to believe. I mean, that's not hard to believe. It's like shit. Fucking fast food restaurants used to make toys. And they used to have like little. I remember back in the 2000s, they used to have like little small, cheap little Tiger electronic games and shit that they would give you. Now you saying they got consoles? Like that's funny as hell. That's funny. You said KFC. You know, I did hear KFC made a console. You said you can keep your chicken hot and keep gaming. That is fucking hilarious. Man, that's hard to believe. I mean, that's not hard to believe. It's like shit. Fucking fast food restaurants used to make toys. They used to have like little. I remember back in the 2000s, they used to have like those small, cheap little Tiger electronic games and shit that they would give you. Now you saying they got consoles? Like that's funny as hell. That's funny. Try to think what will be the exclusive game. Call of Clucker. Call of the Colonel. That'll be the number one hottest game on the KFC console. Call of the Colonel. All of your health packs would be fucking those big ass LeBron James chicken breasts that they be selling you. That'll be your health pack. Them goddamn chicken breasts they be giving you be fucking huge. Like, be making me wonder what kind of steroids are they putting in these goddamn chickens? These goddamn chickens done turn into LeBron James. Oh goddamn! All of your health packs will be fucking those big ass LeBron James chicken breasts that they be selling you. That'll be your health pack. You goddamn chicken breasts they be giving you fucking huge. Like, you making me wonder what kind of steroids they put in these goddamn chickens. Goddamn chickens can turn into LeBron James. Come on, bro. At least he got me up here. Talk about some crazy stories. I'll talk about a fun story. I remember when we were in college, it just kind of had me thinking about that when I was talking to my mom about being in Statesboro and stuff. I remember we used to have this event at Georgia Southern where basically I think it was like every semester after like 9 o'clock we used to be able to go to the technology building, and I remember you would be able to bring your game system. It was like a retro gaming night. I remember everybody would bring all they retro consoles, and we would just be having tournaments in there. Like I said, in the first year I went to it, I remember I was kicking everybody's ass in Mortal Kombat. I was playing this. Hell, I even remember I had bought my NES and I was playing Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde when I was there. Like that shit used to be fun. We used to have this shit every year at Georgia Southern. I remember all night you could just go into technology room and just play video games all night. Everybody was in there. Everybody had bought their consoles. For the most part, everybody was in there playing Halo at that time. And some people were playing COD. Some people were playing COD, but most people were playing Halo at that time. But yeah, man, that used to be some fun days. I remember it was every semester. I think it was in like once a month we used to be able to do this. And I remember me and my boy Dane, who was in the chat, and my boy James and Jay and Dan. We used to get high as fuck, and we would go there and just be playing video games for hours. I remember. That shit used to be so fun. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what student organization organized that shit, but I really thank them for that, because man, that shit used to be fun. We used to do that shit every semester. My boy James, we used to get high as fuck, and we would go there and just be playing video games for hours. Student organization organized that shit, but I really thank them for that, because man, that shit used to be fun. We used to do that shit every semester. Hello? Home warranty. Stop trying to sell me home warranty when I don't have a fucking home. Damn it. Home warranty. Stop trying to sell me home warranty when I don't have a fucking home. Yep, scammers. You know, they'll get you so good that sometimes you'll see them call you, and then sometimes the number that they call you from will almost match your number. That's how you definitely know it's a scammer. Yep, scammers. You know, they'll get you so good that sometimes you'll see them call you, and then sometimes the number that they call you from will almost match your. That's how you definitely know it's. Damn it. Man, I'll catch you later. I'm probably gonna jump on a little bit later anyway. Man, I'll catch you later. I'm probably gonna jump on a little bit later anyway. Damn. Damn, come on, man. Yeah. Okay, boss fight. I didn't even know I got to this part. Damn, that was easy. Alrighty. We gonna call it a quits here. It is 3:19 here on the East Coast. I will be back on maybe later tonight, probably around like 10 o'clock or something like that. It was probably do a little late night stream with this. I believe I'll be a lot better. We on my favorite stage too. So most definitely I'm going to check in with you guys later. For all the people that joined the chat, it was fun. Sorry, I kind of had about an hour of it kind of backed off being on the phone. Late night streams, we won't have as many distractions, so we'll be good to go. But appreciate everybody for joining. Be sure to check out my boy Ameen's playlist under the description, and stay tuned for more Scorpio&Sebek. Houdini out. Check in with you guys later. For all the people that joined the chat, it was fun. Sorry, I kind of had about an hour of it kind of backed off being on the phone. Late night streams, we won't have as many distractions, so we'll be